The home opener was a thriller to say the least last night here in Phoenix, with the Utah Utes holding on to a 6-5 win in extras, but the Lopes will look to bounce back in a quick turnaround today as they play not one, but two in the heart of the Valley of the Sun as we welcome you inside the GCU softball stadium for the first matchup of the day between the Weber State University Wildcats and the Grand Canyon University Lopes. Jack O'Hara here with you alongside Cheyenne Rose for the Lopes' second game of 2021 and the first game of this GCU kickoff tournament, and the Lopes will be looking to get into the win column today after a hard-fought battle with the Utes last night. They weren't able to quite figure out Sydney Sandez in that one. 7 innings of work, only allowing one unearned run. That came in the fourth inning. She allowed 4 hits, but after giving up 5 runs in the top half of the 8th inning, capped off by Haley Denning's 3-run triple for Utah, the Lopes were able to break through in that 8th inning with 4 runs, but in the end came up just a tad bit short, Cheyenne.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. The Lopes went 3 and out for 3 in a row for yesterday's game, and they did get their bats going late, but it wasn't until the end of the bottom of the 8th, and they ended up coming up short. But the Lopes are looking to get their first win, as you said, in the kickoff tournament tonight, hopefully against the Wildcats. The last time these two teams played against each other was a little over a year ago on February 8th of 2020. Weber State won that game 6-2, and the Lopes have a tied 4-4 record against the Wildcats, and they look to take the lead in that column this afternoon.
And it'll be Ryan Denhart on the mound for the Lopes this afternoon. We saw her get a little bit of work in last night. Obviously, 2 innings of work, only allowing 1 hit, working herself into and out of trouble. We saw the debut of Tabitha Dyer as well, the southpaw for the Lopes, the senior transfer from Penn University. Should be interesting to see how the Lopes are able to bounce back offensively. That was the biggest thing in that game, Cheyenne. The Lopes just unable to capitalize on some of their opportunities early on. We saw them come away, breaking through in that 4th inning, of course, that unearned run, utilizing their base or their speed on the base paths, with Kristen Fifield taking advantage, scoring all the way from first on that single from Kaylee Dietrich. But they're going to be looking to get on the scoreboard early tonight, trying to, again, stabilize that defense for Weber State.
Absolutely, Jack. As you mentioned, they had some great base running last night. They did end up getting 2 unearned runs, just thinking ahead on the bases, making sure they knew where that ball was and able to come across the plate.
And as Ryan Denhart warms up, we mentioned it's going to be a long day of softball for the Lopes as they take on not only the Weber State Wildcats but the Montana Grizzlies. That game will take place at 5 p.m. Mountain State time here on GCU TV. And let's take a look how the Lopes are going to be able to salvage these 2 games with our Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game.
So the first key of the game is 1 hit at a time. As you mentioned, the Lopes did get their bats going in extras last night, but they need to bring that into the first 7 innings just to get that work going and give the team opportunities. And then leadoff is the second key. Again, the Lopes need to get their leadoff hitter on board to get that momentum and swinging their way early. And then thinking on the bases, as we mentioned, the Lopes got 2 of their runs from good base running and thinking ahead against the Utes. And if they can do that here today, it'll give the Lopes a great jump out of the gate.
Oh, Denhart is ready. Ho is ready. Let's rock and roll here in Phoenix. First pitch is in there for a called strike, and we are underway. And just as the Lopes are looking to bounce back after a heartbreaking loss in extras last night against the Utes, the Wildcats looking to do just the same, coming up short a 9-0 defeat at the hands of the Oregon Ducks this morning. That game taking place at 10 a.m. Mountain State time as Ho gets plunked, and she'll take first base, and right out of the get-go, Weber State has a runner in motion, runner on first base and nobody out. So 2 pitches in this game. And I'll bring up Mia Russian, the center fielder for Weber State, going hitless in that game earlier today against the Oregon Ducks. The Lopes obviously taking on the Ducks tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. as that pitch clips the outside corner. Count quickly 0-1. Should be a good one for the Lopes. A huge test. The number 10 Oregon running roughshod so far in this GCU kickoff tournament. A 9-0 win over Weber State at 10 a.m. And, of course, just finishing up an 8-0 victory over Montana. That one bunted right back to Denhart. She'll take the easy out at first. Moving to second is Ho. So Weber State has a runner in scoring position right off the bat with 1 out. And that'll bring up McCuistion as she went 1 for 3. Again, only 2 hits in that game for Oregon, or Weber State against Oregon earlier today. That was Weber State's opener. As that one, this is just outside. Count quickly 1-0. Ryan Denhart looking to get ahead of these hitters early. She did a nice job executing that last night against the Utes in her 2 innings of work. It just misses on the outside corner. Kaylee Dietrich keeping a close eye at Ho on second base. Lopes gave up a first inning run last night. Alyssa Barrero with an RBI single right off the bat as the Utes were able to get runners in motion in their first 3 at-bats. It's a 2-0 offering, popped in the air, right field. Should be an easy play, and it is made by Jaden Reed, and there are quickly 2 away here in the top half of the first inning. So Lopes hoping to leave a runner stranded here in this inning as Visser will dig in. Of course, Ryan Denhart coming into this 2021 campaign with an ERA of 3.31, 187 innings pitched. She added to that total last night as that one's fouled away. Came into last night's game with 108 punch-outs, record of 14-11 overall in her 2 seasons with the Lopes, transferring from Maryland. Oh, 1 pitch, misses low and away. Count levels up at a ball and a strike. Of course, the Lopes going 1-5 in this tournament a season ago, looking to change momentum early on. Again, almost completing a comeback of a lifetime last night after going down 6-1 in extras. Able to battle back to score 4 runs in that bottom half of the 8th inning against Maria Lopez. That one's ripped up the middle, snagged by Ryan Denhart, and that'll do it here in the top half of the first inning. No runs, no hits, runner left in scoring position at the end of a half inning of play. It's the Wildcats nothing, and the Grand Canyon University Lopes coming to bat here on GCU TV.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Bottom half of the first inning here between the Lopes and the Wildcats as we take a look at the starting lineup. Presented by Talking Stick Resort. Gianna Nicoletti, 3 for 4 in the home opener last night. She's in left field leading things off. Jaden Reed in right field. She bats second. Lily Bishop, the designated player this afternoon. She bats third. Kristen Fifield in center field. She'll clean things up. Batting fifth and behind the dish is Kaylee Dietrich. Daisy Taloa getting her first start. She's at the hot corner. She'll play third base. Savannah Torville moves down in the lineup. She'll hit 7th at first base. Angelique Aguilar at shortstop. She had a tremendous debut last night. She bats 8th. And Jordan Pearson back in the 9 spot. She hits 9th playing second base. So we'll see if Gianna Nicoletti is able to spark this offense right off the bat. Again, the Lopes looking to score often and early in this one. As Sink delivers, first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, count 0-1. Gianna picking up a hit in each of her first 2 at-bats here last night. Able to beat out a soft roller on the third base side in the first inning. Was left stranded at first in that inning. That pitch misses away. Count levels at 1-1. She was quickly picked off at first base after a 5-3 double play turned by the Utes. As that pitch misses up And the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. She led the Lopes offense a season ago in just 25 games, totaling 30 hits, 21 runs scored. We mentioned that .380 batting average as well. It's usually a good thing when she gets on base, able to utilize her speed as that one misses up, and the count moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. And the Lopes are going to want to make sync work early on in this game. No freebies early on. There's a 3-1 pitch, chopped on the left side and out of play, and the count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a quality at bat right out of the gate for Gianna Nicoletti, who was able to contribute in a big way in that bottom half of the 8th inning. Picking up her 3rd hit as she chops that one up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Nice scoop on the back end, and she nabs her just in time. What a play by Ho at short, able to find the glove and throw across the diamond for the 6-3 putout. Not as easy as that one looks. As Gianna Nicoletti heads back to the dugout, we'll take another look. Gianna Nicoletti once again trying to bust it down the line, out by a half a step, as you see there on the slow motion replay. As Jaden Reed digs in, pitch paints the outside corner, count quickly 0-1. Reed picking up a hit in last night's game as well, 1 for 4. As that one just misses on the outer part of the plate, count level at a ball and a strike. Ripped on the right side, foul count moves to 1-2. Fink's first outing of the 2021 season for the Wildcats. Maria Ramirez getting the start against the Ducks earlier today. She went 5 innings of work, allowing 5 runs, only 1 of which was earned. However, she did allow 4 walks, resulting in those 5 runs. One-two pitch, takes a little something off that one as she drives in the air, deep center field, off the track at the wall. It's off the wall. And standing in safely at second base is Jaden Reed with a 1-out double. Able to get out in front of that pitch, and again, Fink took a little something off that one, 1-2. As Reed was able to barrel it up and drill it right off the center field wall, right in front of the 220 sign. So she picks up her 2nd hit in 5 at-bats here in 2021. The Lopes have a runner in scoring position right out of the get-go here in the 1st inning, something that they didn't get until the 4th inning of last night's game against Sydney Sandez. Lily Bishop looking to do the damage early. On the outside corner for a strike count, 0-1 on Bishop. We mentioned Lily Bishop, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs in 2020 in that condensed season for the Lopes. As Reed leads off second, that pitch just off the outer part of the plate, and the count is leveled up at a ball and a strike. And in 2 seasons as a Lope, she has a career .486 slugging percentage with 44 runs batted in. Picking up 24 RBIs in her freshman campaign in 2019, 9 home runs in 76 games overall. She takes a healthy hack there. Nothing to show for it as the count now moves to 1-2. Just a tad bit early on that one was Lily Bishop. Now with 2 strikes, less than 1 out runner on second. She'll look to wait back and potentially try and slice one the other way on the right side to move the runner over. 1-2 pitch. And she does exactly that. Just what the doctor ordered if you're the Lopes offense, as Lily Bishop moves the runner over a base. 2 outs, runner on third as Jaden Reed looks to score now with Kristen Fifield digging in. Kristen Fifield entering her sophomore campaign as well. She had a team best slugging percentage for the Lopes in 2020 with a .532 slugging percentage in 26 games. Chops that one to first, going to be fair. Gobbling up is the first baseman, Visser, and that'll do it. So the Lopes are able to put something together here in the first inning. We'll have nothing to show for it as we'll go to inning number 2 between Weber State and Grand Canyon. You're watching GCU softball. We'll be right back.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
We can stand together by standing far apart.
Stay 6 feet apart from other people.
Wear your mask when you go out.
Wash your hands often.
If you feel sick, stay home.
Be respectful of others.
The choices you make are critical.
By protecting yourself, it helps protect all of us.
Your actions can save lives.
What we do now will shape our future.
Stay safe.
Top half of the second inning, Ryan Denhart back out on the circle for the Lopes. Lopes able to get a runner into scoring position, leaving Jaden Reed stranded on third base after a ringing double off the center field wall to kick things off in the first inning for the Lopes offense. As Denhart will deal with the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Weber State. It'll be Ho, Rule, and Whiting. Both teams trying to once again even up their record this weekend at 1-1. 0-1 pitch. Just misses up. Count moves to a ball and a strike. And a season ago, Weber State was 10-14 overall. And we're actually on a 2-game winning streak when the season ended. And they were right here in Phoenix for the GCU kickoff tournament. As the 1-1 pitch, ripped foul and out of play. Count moves to 1-2. Faced off against New Mexico, GCU and Stanford that weekend. They went 3-2 on the weekend, only losing the Stanford Cardinal. Had a team average of 270, 15 home runs, 29 doubles in just 24 games. So 1-2 pitch, slice foul and out of play. So Ho battling up there against Ryan Denhart. Ryan Denhart looking for her 15th lifetime win, like we mentioned those numbers before. 14-11 overall in her first 2 seasons with the Lopes. One-two offering, cut on and missed. First punch out of the day for Ryan Denhart, and there's a one away here in the second. Perfect execution in that at bat. Cheyenne, of course, getting ahead of the hitter early on and getting Ho to chase. As you can see here, 1-2 pitch, a lot to work with, all the leverage in this at bat up in the count, and is able to get her to chase on that 1-2 pitch out of the zone.
Yeah, that's a problem that the Lopes pitchers had last night, was not getting ahead of the hitter and trying to work back to get a full count and then try and get the hitter out last night. So hopefully the Lopes can keep this up and stay ahead of the hitter.
Freshman Emily Rule, the pride of Chino Hills, California, digging in, looking to give Weber State a 1-out base runner here in the second. That one pitch misses outside. Count moves to a ball and a strike. A freshman on this squad for the Wildcats. Mentioned those numbers a season ago. The Wildcats also posting a team ERA of 5.84 with 83 strikeouts and 154 innings pitched. Looking to get those numbers down this season as that one's popped in the infield. Should be an easy play for Jordan Pearson. Can of corn for the Lopes second baseman, and there are 2 up and 2 down here in the top half of the second. So just the start you want if you're Ryan Denhart after seeing her for 2 innings last night. As you take another look here, Jordan Pearson calling off her center fielder in Kristen Fifield for out number 2. And that will bring up Whiting. As the first pitch clips the corner beautifully, and the count quickly 0-1. And you're seeing early on Ryan Denhart doing an excellent job painting the corners in this one in her first go-around in this lineup against Weber State. Oh, 1 pitch. Right back to that corner, and the count is now quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So Ryan Denhart coming right after these hitters, challenging them early on. Weber State able to get a quick leadoff base runner on the hit by pitch to Ho to kick things off, leaving her stranded on second base as the 0-2 pitch. Looks for that corner again, trying to get her to chase, to no avail, as the count now moves to a ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Did she go around? No, she did not, as the count now levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Close call there for Whiting, who was 0 for 2 in the game earlier today against the Ducks. Again, only 2 hits against Oregon's pitching for Weber State. Two-two delivery. Inner part of the plate as Denhart trying to mix things up. Whiting able to foul that one away, and we've got a battle on our hands here with 2 outs and nobody on in the top half of the second inning. This will be the 6th pitch of this battle between Denhart and Whiting. Whiting striking out once, grounding out softly to third base in her other at-bat against Brittany Yanez. As the 2-2 pitch, softly hit, Denhart snags it, throws to first, a very nice play in back-to-back innings for Ryan Denhart as she picks up an easy 1-2-3 half inning, and we'll head to the bottom half of the second inning. The Lopes looking to get on the board first. It's the Lopes and the Wildcats here on GCU TV.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Bottom half of the second inning, scoreless game between the Wildcats and the Lopes to kick off this GCU kickoff tournament here on this Friday afternoon. A beautiful day here in the heart of the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, at GCU Softball Stadium. Again, the first of 2 for the Lopes today. They'll take on the Montana Grizzlies at 5 p.m. Mountain State Time here on GCU TV. You can catch that out on YouTube/GCU, as it'll be this 5, 6, and 7 hitters against Sync here in the bottom half of this inning. Dietrich, Taloa, and Torville. Kaylee Dietrich 1 for 4 in the game last night. Takes that pitch inside 1-0. Ryan Denhart with an easy-going top half of the second inning. 1-2-3 for the Lopes Jr. And her battery mate at the plate, Kaylee Dietrich. Both seniors were named to the preseason all-WAC team. That pitch misses in. Count moves to 2-0. Denhart was also voted the WAC's 2019 preseason pitcher of the year as well, Cheyenne.
Yep. The coaches poll did have the Lopes picked to finish 5th in the WAC, but again, as you mentioned, those all WAC honors for Denhart and Dietrich, and then they were also picked for the watch team. So there are definitely 2 players to watch here for the Lopes.
And their offense quickly making Sync work. 3-0 pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike as the count moves to 3-1 on Dietrich. Mentioned in her senior season, has been very reliable behind the plate, to say the least. was able to nab Alyssa Barrera at home plate in the top half of the third inning in last night's game after Jaden Reed threw her out from center field as that one's ripped on the left side. The count now runs full at 3-2. Kaylee, of course, coming into this season with a .246 lifetime average with 31 ribbies and 49 hits. Picked up her 50th hit in that fourth inning last night. As the payoff pitch from Fink, trying to battle back after falling behind 3-0. Gets Dietrich to foul that one off. Check swing on the right side. And we'll do it again. 7-pitch battle to start this inning. And if anything else, Cheyenne, the Lopes doing a nice job working up that pitch count again. We saw Sydney Sandez last night in cruise control for those first 6 innings against this offense.
Yeah, the Lopes had 3 back-to-back 3-out innings. So the Lopes being able to battle early on here is a really good sign for them.
Payoff pitch. Takes a little something off. Dietrich waits back and fouls it straight back, just getting underneath it just a tad. So an 8-pitch battle now between Dietrich and Sink. Again, this is Sink's first outing of the 2021 season after watching her team fall to Oregon earlier on today, only utilizing 2 pitchers from their staff in that game. As the 3-2 pitch fouled off once again, it'll be 9 pitches at least in this at-bat for Kaylee Dietrich. Another quality at-bat to kick off an inning for the Lopes in this game. Gianna Nicoletti with a 6-pitch battle to kick things off back in the first. Dietrich looking to get on for Daisy Taloa, waiting on deck. Her first start as a freshman this season. That one's lofted in the air, fairly deep right field. Going back is Whiting. She's on the track at the wall, makes the catch right in front of the warning track, battling the Phoenix Sun as well for out number 1. So a great at-bat for Kaylee Dietrich. Again, a 9-pitch battle as we take another look. This pitch on the outer part of the plate, able to wait back, inside-out swing, and take it in the air to right field. Looked like she may have had enough for that one to carry out of here, but Whiting able to make the grab right in front of the warning track. So with 1 away, Daisy Taloa will now dig in. Had a pinch hit appearance in last night's game in the bottom half of the 8th inning against Maria Lopez. As that pitch misses out, count moves to 1-0. And Daisy picking up a base hit down the left field line in that at-bat. Thought about going for 2, thought better of it, came around to score in that 4-run 8th inning. Is that pitch? Misses inside. Fink looking to clip the inside corner there as the count moves to 2-0. Daisy, the Rose Park, Utah native. Rips that one foul, and the count moves to 2-1. Fink coming right after with a 2-0 pitch over the heart of the plate. Trying to come back in this at-bat after falling behind. Daisy was an All-State honorable mention in 2018 in high school, made the All-State first team in 2019 as a 4-year varsity starter. As the 2-1 pitch misses low. And the Lopes once again making Fink work. Looking to create their own opportunities because of her pitching. Three-one pitch. Tulua bunts right back to Fink. And nobody covering at the bag, and that's going to cost Weber State as it looks like McCusion was a little bit late covering the bag over there at first base, coming in from second. So it's going to be an infield single for Daisy Taloa, her second hit in a Lopes uniform. She's now 2 for 2 in these first 2 games, and the Lopes have a runner on first. To take another look here, 3-1 pitch coming from Fink. And Daisy hitting that one just a little too hard, but again, as you take a look there, just getting to the bag a little too late as Fink had to hesitate just in front of the circle before throwing that one. So that one clips the inside corner, and the count quickly 0-1 on Savannah Torville. Savannah in the 6th spot last night, jumps down a slot to the 7th hole here this afternoon, at least for game 1. The junior, of course, with 14 runs batted in a season ago. Had a big at-bat in last night's game in that 4th inning as that one misses in. Count moves to a ball and a strike. That one's ripped in the air, center field, and that one's going to get down for a base hit. Moving to second is Tolo. She had to wait to see if that one was going to hit the ground, and it does. As Rushton throws it in, and just like that, the Lopes are in business here in the second. Runners on first and second with one out, and that is the first hit of the season for Savannah Torville after going 0 for 4 in last night's game, Cheyenne, as you take another look over the heart of the plate, doing a nice job lacing that one into the left center field gap, getting all the way to the warning track as Mia Rushton had to run it down. It looks like she had a chance at running that thing down and making a catch, but she lets it fall in front for a base hit. And now Angeli Aguilar, who had quite the debut last night for the Lopes, digs in looking to drive in a run. First pitch on the inner part of the plate, count quickly 0-1. Angeli picking up her first hit in her first at-bat against Sydney Sandez, was the Lopes' first hit in the bottom half of the third inning. The 0-1 pitch, lofted in the air, left field, jammed Aguilar there a bit as the play is made by Foster and left. And there are two away. Nice pitch by Sink, able to get herself quite possibly out of a jam here in the bottom half of the second inning. Runners on first and second, one out. You come in on Aguilar, and she just wasn't able to catch up to it, popping it up in the air to left field. So that'll bring up Jordan Pearson, making her second consecutive start. We mentioned 6 pinch running appearances a season ago. Hit the ball hard on multiple occasions in last night's game. Still looking for a hit in this one as that one clips the outside corner. Count quickly 0-1 as Fink gets ahead of these last two hitters fairly quickly. Jordan 0 for 2 in that game last night, grounded into a sharp fielder's choice in her first at-bat. As the 0-1 delivery misses low and away, count levels at a ball and a strike. One pitch misses out. Count moves to 2-1. Runners on first and second here for the Lopes. So they're threatening, trying to avoid leaving another runner in scoring position. They left Jordan Reed on third base with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning after a ringing double off the center field wall. That's a 2-1 pitch. Grounded to second. Booted, and it's going to go into left field. That will probably marked as an E4 as the Lopes are going to take the lead, with Talua sliding in safely just ahead of the tag, and the Lopes lead this one 1-0.
Well, as we talked about in the Sanderson Ford 3 keys of the game, thinking on base, that was great base running there from Tallulah to get to home plate and get that first run scored for the Lopes.
Would have been a tough play there for McCuistion. She's having a rough inning here in the bottom half of the second inning. Earlier, wasn't at the bag in time to nab the speedy Tallulah. That's how this rally started for the Lopes. And now unable to cleanly field that one, trickling into right field, allowing Daisy to score from second. The Lopes able to move up a bag as well, as we have runners on second and third now. There's that pitch. Clips the outside corner, count levels at 1-1. It's Torville on third, Pearson on second. Gianna Nicoletti in her second at bat here in this one, grounded sharply to short in her last at bat. That's the 1-1 pitch. Just misses outside, count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch right down Broadway for Fink as the count moves to 2-2. It's Perry Owens behind home plate. Michael Hernandez calling the shots on the first base side with Michael Parker at third base. Our 3 umpires for today's ball game as the 2-2 pitch sliced in the air, foul and into the seats. and we'll do it again. Another quality at-bat here for Gianna Nicoletti. 6 pitches in that first at-bat against Sink, making her work once again, as we'll have ourselves another 6-pitch battle at least between the Wildcats' right-handed thrower and the Lopes junior outfielder. Looking to drive in a pair of runs here with a base hit. 2-2 delivery. Sliced foul again, we'll do it again. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Weber State in the top half of the third against Ryan Denhart. He's been able to mow him down pretty easily to this point in our first 2 innings of work. Her offense looking to add some insurance. 2-2 pitch misses outside, and the count runs full at 3-2. So Nicoletti being very disciplined at the plate early on in this one. And 3 hits and 5 at-bats to kickstart her 2021 season. Looking for hit number 4. 3-2 pitch, taps slowly back to the mound. Sink has it, throws to first. Nabs Nicoletti for the final out of the inning, but not before the Lopes score 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 runners on. Let's go to the third. It's 1-0 Lopes. You're watching GCU softball. We'll see you in 60 seconds.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Top half of the third inning, as again the Lopes take the lead 1-0, 1 run on 2 hits. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Weber State, as Ryan Denhart looks to continue the rhythm that she's been in the first 2 innings, as her offense was able to pick up 1 run, like we said, on the E4 by McHouston, as that first pitch is fouled straight back. Count quickly 0-1. Sagart 0 for 3 earlier today against the Ducks. It'll be Sagart, Foster, and Ho for Weber State, trying to even things up for Sink. Sink allowing 1 run on 3 hits to this point. As the 0-1 pitch misses out, count levels up at a ball and a strike. Only Weber State base runner to this point. Faith Ho getting hit by a pitch. Second pitch of this ball game to kick things off was left at second base in that first inning. Did she go? Yes, she did, and the count now moves to 1-2 as Michael Hernandez says she goes around. One-two pitch. Just misses on the outside corner. The count is now leveled at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, a right idea there from Ryan Denhart, trying to paint the outside corner. Two-two pitch, cut on and miss. Denhart goes outside again for another punch out, and there's 1 away. So she's retired 7 in a row now. And GCU fans, if you haven't already, it's time to download the Lope Nation app. Watch GCU home sporting events directly from your app. Receive personalized news and score updates from your favorite Lopes teams. Follow the Lopes closer than ever with scores, schedule, stories, and more. And even more perks will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And search GCU Athletics in your phone's app store, or download the GCU Athletics app now at gculopes.com/app. First pitch, cut on and miss. Count quickly 0-1 on Foster. And Foster, the freshman, getting her first start as she did not play in that game against Oregon earlier on. As that pitch misses low and away, count moves to a ball and a strike. Trying to get anything going here for Weber State as they have yet to figure out Ryan Denhart after getting a runner in scoring position back in the first. On the outside corner, the count moves to 1-2. So a big part of Ryan Denhart's success early on in this game has been her ability to paint the outside corner on both right-handed and left-handed batters. And she'll go out again. That one misses up. Unable to get Foster to chase, and the count moves to 2-2. Ryan, of course, doing an excellent job coming in relief last night for Tabitha Dyer, making her Lopes debut, only allowing 1 run on 3 hits and 2 innings of work. As that one's ripped in the air, fairly deep center field. Going back is Fifield right in front of the warning track. She'll haul it in for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the third for Denhart. She's now retired 8 in a row. As we take another look here, 2-2 pitch on the outer part of the plate. That one was about middle in and up. Foster just getting underneath it as Fifield able to haul it in right in front of the 220 sign. So Faith Ho will have her second go around here against Ryan Denhart. As that one clips the inside corner and the count quickly 0-1. It'll be interesting to see how Weber State fares against Ryan Denhart in their second go around against the Lopes right-hander. As the 0-1 pitch misses outside, leveling up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ho would love to get something going here with 2 outs with the heart of the order due up. Mia Rushton waiting on deck, the freshman. The heavy-hitting McHuston in the hole. One pitch, chopped foul on the right side. And once again, Ryan Denhart in the driver's seat as the count moves to 1-2. Denhart looking to retire her 9th batter in a row. So that one's ripped in the air, deep left field. Going back is Reed. She'll play that one on 1 hop in front of the wall. Going to be a close play at second base, but sliding in safely is Faith Ho with a 2-out double, and she's in scoring position in her 2nd consecutive at-bat. So Ryan Denhart doing another nice job getting ahead of the Weber State's leadoff hitter, leaving that one up in the zone as you take another look. Jordan Reed playing that one on a hop. 1 hop off the right field wall, throwing that one in. Sliding in safely was Faith Ho. She is the only base runner in this game so far for Weber State. She got on with a hit by pitch in the first. Now she doubles here in the third. Mia Rushton looking to tie things up with a base hit here. Takes that one on the outside corner. Count quickly 0-1. Rushton looking for her first collegiate hit here with Weber State as the freshman went 0 for 3 against Oregon earlier on today. 0-1 pitch. Denhart looking to paint the corner once again. Doesn't get the benefit of the doubt from Perry Owens behind the dish. And the count levels up at a ball and a strike. Ho with great speed on the bag at second base, looking to get a good jump off as that one just misses on the outer part of the plate. No, Ryan Denhart wanted that call. As the count now moves to 2-1, changes the whole complexion of this at-bat as Denhart will now have to battle back behind in the count. It'll be a 2-1 offering now to Rushton. Slices that one foul, and she battles back to even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Weber State's top of the order here after 2 quick outs. Handed out by number 23, doing a nice job working up the pitch count for Ryan Denhart here in the third. putting a little bit of pressure on the Lopes right-hander as she's been able to cruise through the first 2 innings. The Lopes will have the heart of their order due up in the bottom half of this inning, looking to maintain this 1-0 lead. Pitch misses outside and the count runs full. It's 3-2. And Kaylee Dietrich just wants to make sure she's on the same page with her right-hander here. Mention those 2 seniors, both being added on the preseason all-WAC team. Looking to salvage this final out in the top half of the 3rd inning. Payoff pitch from Denhart. Ripped on the ground, snagged there at first by Torville, and that'll do it. So Ryan Denhart able to get herself into and out of trouble after the 2-out double by Faith Ho. And we'll head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It's a 1-0 Lopes lead. You're watching GCU softball here in the heart of the Valley of the Sun.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand-battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts. That doesn't mean you can't. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Sanderson Ford is taking their President's Day sale over the edge with a sign and ride $299 a month lease on a new Ford Edge. Save thousands on EcoSport, Ranger, and Explorer. New Escapes under 21 grand, and new F-150 Super Crew trucks for only $35,900. Don't miss the President's Day sale event at Arizona's largest Ford dealership and your Bronco headquarters, Sanderson Ford.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Lopes looking to add to their lead. Here at GCU Softball Stadium, they lead it 1-0. As it's going to be Sink back out on the circle for her 3rd inning of work. She'll do battle against the heart of the Lopes order. 2, 3, 4, Reed, Bishop, and Fifield. Jordan Reed picking up a double back in the bottom half of the 1st inning. One hop off the center field wall. She'd be left stranded at 3rd base in that 1st inning, but the Lopes coming up clutch in the bottom half of the 2nd inning, coming across with a run on 1 hit. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count 0-1. Jaden making 24 starts and 26 appearances in the 2020 campaign. As that pitch misses outside, count levels up at a ball and a strike. Had herself a 7-game hitting streak going. Before things got canceled in mid-March due to the pandemic. 269 average, 18 hits. That pitch misses out, and she's up in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the Lopes hitters being very disciplined early on in this one against Sink. Not chasing anything outside of the strike zone to this point. That's a 2-1 pitch, ripped in the air, deep right field. Going back is Whiteley. She's on the track. She's at the wall. She'll make the play once again right in front of the warning track. So Jaden Reed getting in to 2 balls now off the bat, or off the hand of Sink. Able to drive one into center field. 1 hop up against the wall for a double in the 1st. Flies out right in front of the warning track in right center field here in the 3rd as we take another look. Whiting able to get a good jump on that one. Had a beat on it straight from the get-go as she hauls that one in right in front of the wall, in front of the warning track for out number 1. Bishop will now do battle with Sink as the first pitch misses low and the count quickly 1-0. Bishop grounding out softly to 2nd base, moving the runner over to 3rd base with less than 2 outs in her first at-bat, falling behind in the count quickly. Quickly ahead in this count 1-0 as that one in on the hands as the count now levels up at a ball and a strike. That one ripped to short. Nice play by Ho. Sets fires. Does the 360 and gets the 6-3 put out, for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Sink as she looks to mow down the heart of the Lopes order here in the third. Again, not as easy as it looks as we take another look here. Sharply hit by Bishop in the hole. As she does the 360, Ho throws across the diamond for out number 2. Getting Lily Bishop in plenty of time for the out. Kristen Fifield 0 for 1 in this one so far. She grounded out sharply to first in her last at-bat. That one misses up, count 1-0. The El Paso native throwing out a runner from center field in that game last night against the Utah Utes in the top half of the third inning to keep it a 1-0 score. That pitch misses up, and she now is in control of this at-bat. 2 balls and no strikes, looking for a pitch to drive here with nobody on. 2-0 offering from Sink. Misses inside, and the count quickly. 3 balls and no strikes with Kaylee Dietrich, the catcher, waiting on deck. Visser looking to calm down her right-hander on the circle. Got 2 quick outs, falling behind the Lopes cleanup hitter. 3 balls and no strikes. Again, up by 1. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way is Fifield. Doesn't get the green light as the count now moves to 3-1. The 3-1 pitch misses up. An intelligent at bat there from Kristen Fifield, able to work the 2-out walk, which is something you cannot be excited about if you're Sink after getting 2 quick outs in the heart of this order. So that'll bring up Kaylee Dietrich, now 0 for 1 in this game. Mentioned picked up that big hit in the 4th inning last night, looking for her first hit this afternoon, trying to pass the baton to Daisy Taloa, waiting on deck, who's already 2 for 2 in her first 2 at-bats in a Lope uniform. First pitch misses up, and the count quickly 1-0. Pitch clips the outside corner, and the count levels at 1-1. Nice pitch there from Sink, trying to battle back in this at-bat. And to this point, 2 2/3 innings of work. She's only allowed 3 hits, 1 unearned run. Has yet to pick up a strikeout in this one. As that one's ripped in the gap, right center field. Going back is Whiteley's on the track at the wall. 1 hop up against the wall. And that'll be a very loud single for Dietrich. Coming in to score is Fifield. She gets in right ahead of the tag. Excellent heads-up base running from Kristen Fifield after drawing the 2-out walk. It is a long, loud RBI single for Kaylee Dietrich, and the Lopes now have themselves a 2-0 advantage. And again, a nice piece of hitting there from Kaylee Dietrich, veteran hitting right there as she takes that pitch on the outer part of the plate, waits back, takes it the other way right in front of the warning track. That one getting away from Visser, the cutoff man at first base, allowing Fifield to slide in safely ahead of the tag from Ho.
Yeah, Jack, as we mentioned, the Lopes have to be aggressive in their base running, and that was just great the way that they were able to use that single to be able to get that extra run. Give Denhart a little bit of insurance now, having 2 runs up.
Now Daisy Taloa will look to add to this Lopes lead. We mentioned 2 hits in her first 2 at-bats, 1 for 1 today, as she was able to drop down a bunt right in front of Sink in her last at-bat. Had a single down the left field line in her pinch hit appearance last night in the bottom of the 8th inning against Maria Lopez, the left-hander for the Utes. As the 0-1 pitch misses up, count now levels at a ball and a strike. So the Lopes utilizing some power early on in this one against Sink. 3 balls to the warning track. We mentioned the double off the bat of Jaden Reed in the first, was able to drive onto the warning track earlier on in this inning. And now Kaylee Dietrich driving one to the right center field gap as well, as that one's cut on and missed. Healthy hack there from Talua, and the count levels up at a ball and a strike. Ho playing deep in the hole at short. As the 1-2 delivery from Sink, cut on and miss, gets Taloa to chase, and that'll do it, but not before the Lopes score 1 run on 1 hit. The RBI single off the bat of Kaylee Dietrich. Kristen Fifield coming around all the way from first to score. And at the end of 3, it's the Lopes 2, Weber State nothing. You're watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Let's go to the 4th. Here in the heart of the Valley of the Sun, it's a 2-0 Lopes lead, looking to pick up win number uno. Here in the 2021 season, Ryan Denhart mowing him down through the first 3 innings of work. She's thrown in 3 innings, only allowing 1 hit, picking up 2 punch-outs in the process, only allowing 1 extra base hit. That was to Ho with 2 outs in the top half of the 3rd inning. Ho, the only base runner to this point. Faith Ho, that is. As it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Wildcats trying to get something going as McHouston takes a strike. McHale having a rough time at second base defensively so far today. Being late to the bag on a bunt single up the middle from Daisy Taloa back in the 2nd inning. Resulted in the first Lopes run as she lofts that one in the air. Softly on the left side. Going to be a tough play, but it's going to be made by Aguilar at short, and there's 1 away. Tough play there. Didn't look like she was battling the sun here, as it's been an on and off overcast day here in Phoenix. But nonetheless, there is 1 away here in the 4th, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Visser. McHouston just a tad bit early on that one as Aguilar calls off Nicoletti. As that one's ripped up the middle. Right there is Kristen Fifield, and just like that, 2 up and 2 down. Here in the 4th is Ryan Denhart continuing to cruise along here in this one. Kristen Fifield, as we'll take another look, got an excellent jump on this one. First pitch ripped up the middle on a liner. Was able to come in, steps away from a shoestring catch there to pick up out number 2. First pitch misses up. Count quickly 1-0 on Ho. She's 0 for 1 in this one. Oh, and ripped into center field. Going to be another tough play for Fifield. She's not going to get that one, as that one is 1 hop up against the wall. Going to be a close play at second. Not in time. As Ho quickly slides in ahead of the tag. 2nd extra base hit for Weber State comes from the Ho sisters. First one by Faith, this one by Lindsay Ho, as once again Weber State in business with a runner in scoring position. As we'll take another look, Ryan Denhart leaving that one a little too good for Weber State right in the middle of the plate. Nothing Kristen Fifield could do about that one. Came in on it immediately, had to go back. An excellent throw into second. Aguilar looking to complete the tag just in the nick of time, won't find it. So Weber State with their 3rd base runner in this one, 3rd runner in scoring position, looking to capitalize now with Emily Rule at the plate. We'll take another look at that extra base hit. See just how close this play was at second from the throw from Fifield. And again, sliding in just in time is Ho. So she's now 1 for 2 in this one, as Rule will look to pick up her first hit as Weber State's looking to pick up their first run. Emily popped up softly to Jordan Pearson back in the second inning. Pops that one in the air, foul right over the booth and out of play, and the count quickly 0-1. The Lopes bottom third of the order, due up in the bottom half of this inning, has prevailed to do an excellent job to this point in the first 11 innings of at-bats that they've had so far this season against the Utes and Weber State. As that one misses out, count moves to 1-1. Bottom third of the order picking up 2 hits, reaching base 3 times in last night's loss against the Utes in extra innings. Already picking up 2 hits at the bottom of the order so far here this afternoon, as that pitch just misses outside, and the count now moves to 2-1. So Denhart falling behind Rule here. Whiting waiting on deck. The sophomore's 0 for 1 against Denhart as well. Again, she's been able to cruise along to this point. Back-to-back innings with 2-out doubles for the Wildcats, looking to capitalize here. As the 2-1 pitch, ripped foul and out of play. Rule just getting underneath that one, leveling up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weber State not only looking for their first run in this one, looking for their first run all afternoon. Again, a 9-0 defeat at the hands of the Oregon Ducks earlier on this morning. Have been shut out in each of their first 10 innings of play. Two-two offering from Denhart. Ripped to third. Right there is Taloa across the diamond for out number 3, and that'll do it as Weber State strands another runner in scoring position. Their third of the afternoon, as we'll head to the bottom half of the fourth. 7 and 8, 9 due up for the Lopes. You're watching GCU softball.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Amanda Sink back out on the bump for the Wildcats here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. As you take a look here in the booth at us, wave to the crowd. Cheyenne, there she is. As the Lopes looking to add to their lead, they lead it 2-0 after the RBI single in the bottom half of the third by Kaylee Dietrich. Savannah Torville takes a strike on the inner part of the play count quickly. 0-1 from Amanda Sink. This is her debut this season for the Wildcats. Made 14 appearances and 3 starts a season ago. Finished the year with a 6.27 ERA as she looks to get those numbers down. Torville looking for the bunt, and it looks like she hit it in fair territory as she's going to be called out by the home plate umpire Perry Owen. So quickly 1 away as Savannah Torville just unable to get out of the way of that one, as we'll take another look. Looking for the leadoff infield single as she bunts it in fair territory and then is hit by the ball for out number 1. As Aguilar steps in, takes that one up in the zone, count 1-0. We mentioned the hit in her first collegiate at-bat last night against Sandy Sandez and the Utes for Angelique Aguilar, the Tucson native. Made a great play at shortstop, ranging to her right late in that game in the 6th inning as well. She fouls that one straight back, and the count levels up at a ball and a strike. Playing a part in that big 4-run 8th inning for the Lopes as well last night, almost completing a 5-run comeback after allowing 5 runs in the top half of the 8th inning to the Utes offense. That one chopped to third, going to be a tough play. Ranging across the diamond is Emily Rule, but she makes the 5-3 put out, just like that, 2 up and 2 down for Amanda Sink here in the 4th. So despite giving up 2 runs early on in this game and running into a little bit of trouble, Amanda Sink having a nice debut so far here in 2021, keeping her offense in this game, despite Weber State having big problems early on against Ryan Denhart. Jordan Pearson still looking for her first hit in a Lope uniform. Clips the outside corner, count quickly 0-1. Jordan, of course, the daughter of Coach Ann Pearson, who's unavailable this weekend. Chelsea Browerman in charge as head coach for this kickoff tournament. Pitch misses up, and count levels at a ball and a strike. And coming into this season with 490 career wins. Is that one lofted in the air, fairly deep center field. Going back is the center fielder Rushton. She's not going to be able to make the play as it rolls all the way to the wall. And Jordan Pearson has her first hit in a Lope uniform. It's a 2-out double here in the bottom of the 4th. So she hit the ball hard on multiple occasions here last night, as we'll take another look. Again, inside-out swing, able to take that inside pitch and rope it up the middle. And coming in on it immediately was Mia Rushton. Had to take a few steps back. Couldn't get there in time as the ball two-hopped the wall for a 2-out double. So the 3rd extra base hit in this game already. First for the Lopes, as they are now in business with Gianna Nicoletti, looking to find a hole here with 2 outs. First pitch on the corner, in there for a called strike.
Yeah, Jack, you mentioned her hitting the ball hard last night, but the difference between last night and today is there's a lot more wind going. You can see the flag in the stadium straight up, like moving, where last night it was just down up against the pole, so that wind being a big factor here in today's game.
Yeah, ball definitely carrying a lot more in this one, Cheyenne. We've already seen it on multiple occasions. Both Jaden Reed and Kaylee Dietrich, as well as now Jordan Pearson, finding the wall so far here today. With 2 extra base hits from Reed and Pearson, and of course, the long RBI single last inning from Kaylee Dietrich. After picking up 3 hits last night, Gianna Nicoletti 0 for 2 to start this one. Lofts that one in the air. Looks like that one's going to fall in for a base hit, and the Lopes are going to take a 3-0 lead. Nicoletti slides in safely with an RBI double as Pearson scores. And Rushton just did not get a good beat on that one, trying to make the diving grab at the last second. Wasn't even close to hauling that one in. And that's a 2-out double for Nicoletti, her first RBI. And the Lopes now have a comfortable 3-0 lead with Ryan Denhart cruising along as he take another look. That one may have gotten in the eyes there, the sun for Mia Rushton, as Jordan Pearson comes around to score easily. And the Lopes have another runner in scoring position now as, again, Jaden Reed, who's hit the ball hard twice so far here today, looks to drive in another run for the Lopes. That one misses up in a way, count 1-0. We mentioned the double in the first inning, was left stranded at third base, as the Lopes weren't able to come across with a run in that inning against Sink. And then in her last at-bat, flying one all the way to the warning track in right field, just missing her first home run of the season. That one misses up, and the count now moves to 2 balls and no strikes. So the Lopes now with 3 runs on 6 hits against Sink, who's doing a decent job maintaining this offense for GCU in the first 3 2/3 innings. As that one chopped foul, and the count now moves to 2-1. Back-to-back doubles with 2 outs off the bat of Pearson and Nicoletti. 2-1 pitch. Nicoletti looking to get a good lead off of second base. That one misses outside. And the count now runs to 3 balls and 1 strike. Gianna looking to score on a single here with 2 outs. Lopes with 1 run in each of the last 3 innings. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. 3-1 delivery. Chopped foul, and we'll do it again with a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Reed with a .333 batting average and just 6 at-bats to, again, kickstart her 2021 season. That one's drilled in the air, deep left field. Going back is Whiting. She's at the track at the wall, and she's going to haul it in right in front of the warning track once again as Jaden Reed comes up just a little bit short, but not before the Lopes score 1 more run on 2 more hits. Back-to-back doubles. First, Jordan Pearson picking up her first collegiate hit, and then Gianna Nicoletti picking up her 4th hit in the last 2 games. First run batted in with an RBI double. Let's head to the 5th. 3-0 Lopes here on GCU TV.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Let's go to the 5th here on this beautiful Friday afternoon between the Lopes and the Weber State Wildcats. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, and 9 for Ryan Denhart, who has been cruising along in each of the first 4 innings for the Lopes. That one just a bit outside to Whiting. Whiting chasing that ball right in front of the warning track as Jaden Reed in back-to-back at-bats has been utilizing her power throughout this one. Again, picking up a double, 1 hop up against the center field wall and flying out deep to right field in each of her last 2 at-bats. That pitch clips the inside corner. Ryan Denhart doing an excellent job throughout this one, finding the corners, as it's been part of her recipe for success so far. Again, still a lot of softball to be played. 3 more at-bats in this one for Weber State as they're only down by 3. Pitch misses low and in. Count moves to 2-1. And for Amanda Sink, despite giving up 3 runs on 6 hits, she's been able to keep this Lopes offense at bay, keeping her offense in this game. 2 bloops and a blast, and this is an entirely different ball game for the Wildcats. They just have not been able to get off the schneid, not against Oregon or not against GCU's pitching to this point. Pitching has allowed 12 runs, 9 of which have been earned thus far against both the Ducks and the Lopes. That's the 3-1 offering from Denhart. Popped in the air, right side. That one's going to get out of play and into the seats. And the count now runs full at 3-2. So even when Ryan's fallen behind in this one, she's done an excellent job fighting back and has yet to allow an earned run through her first 5 innings of work in this 2021 season. Again, 2 innings last night, only allowing 1 hit against the Utes. Looking for her 3rd punch out here. Not going to get it as that one's drilled the air deep center field. Going back is Fifield. Set it off. Solo home run for Whiting, and Weber State is finally on the board here in 2021. It's a 3-1 ball game here in Phoenix. So Whiting doing an excellent job working the count full in this at-bat, getting ahead 3-1, making Ryan Denhart work as she serves one up there. First earned run allowed by Ryan Denhart here in 2021, and it was a no-doubter off the bat of Whiting as we take another look. Pitch low in the zone, able to get underneath that one and skied in the air deep to center field, well beyond the 220 mark here at GCU Softball Stadium.
Jack, as we mentioned, the wind being a factor here, the flag again moving a lot. That wind helps him carry that ball out of the stadium.
So Weber State finally getting off the schneid here in the top half of the fifth inning. Ryan Denhart before that long ball by Whiting. 4 innings of work, only allowing 2 hits, no earned runs, picking up 2 punch-outs. And that is her third allowed extra base hit in this one. That's Whiting's first hit of the season as that one's lofted in the air foul. Count quickly 0-1. Sagard 0 for 1. The freshman struck out swinging to lead things off back in the top of the third inning. So just like that, all it takes is one more base runner, and Weber State will bring the tying run to the plate here in the fifth inning. Like I said, there's a lot of softball left to be played in this one. Ryan Denhart cruising along. That may be a wake-up call for number 23. That one skied in the air on the right side, fouled off again. So Ryan Denhart, after falling behind Whiting 3-1 in that last at-bat, is quickly ahead of Sagart 0-2. Casey Browerman, again acting head coach this weekend, would love to get the most out of her right-hander in this one, as the Lopes will once again play here in just a matter of moments against the Montana Grizzlies. Face off against the Grizzlies again tomorrow at 3 p.m. before taking on the number 10 team in the country in the Oregon Ducks. As that pitch just misses outside, Ryan Denhart trying to get Sagart to chase, but to no avail as the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Having a tough time finding her first out here in the fifth inning after, again, cruising along in each of the last 4 innings. 1-2 pitch, lofted in the air, right field. Coming on is Reed. She'll make the grab for out number 1. As Ryan Denhart looks to bounce back after serving up the solo shot to Whiting. So after getting ahead in the count 0-2, doesn't get her to chase the 0-2 pitch on the outer part of the plate, goes back to the outside corner, forcing Sagart's hand as she lofts it in the air softly to Reed in right field. First pitch paints the outside corner beautifully once again, and the count quickly 0-1 on Foster. The freshman also 0 for 1 in this game. Flew out to fairly deep right field in her last at-bat. She went 0 for 3 against Oregon earlier on today, 0 for 4 thus far this season. Looking for the infield hit, ain't going to find it there as that bunt rolls softly on the left side and foul as Dietrich picks it up, throws it back to her battery mate in Ryan Denhart, and the count quickly no balls and 2 strikes once again. So Ryan Denhart getting a quick wake-up call in the sense of Whiting's first home run of the season, and comes quickly right after Sagart getting ahead 0-2 and now getting ahead 0-2 of Foster. Looking for her third punch-out. She won't find it there. Looking for the call from Perry Owens behind the dish as the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Right idea by Ryan Denhart, going back to what has worked all afternoon long. That outside corner on both sides of the plate. Left-handers and right-handers alike. See if she goes back to that corner. She does. Rip to third. Going to be a tough play by Toloa, and it's not going to be made as she's unable to snag that one off the tip of her glove. Unable to snow cone it as it goes in and out for an infield single for Foster. And just like that, Faith Ho will come to the dish after picking up a double. One hop up against the right field wall in her last at-bat as the tying run in this one. As it looks like Casey Browerman's going to make a change, and that'll be all for Ryan Denhart. She was cruising along in this one through the first 4 1/3 innings of work. Gives up a long home run off the bat of Katie Whiting, and now she'll depart with a final line of 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 run, 1 earned run, that being the home run earlier on in the inning. Picked up 2 strikeouts, 3 extra base hits, and she's still in line for the win in this one if her team can salvage this Weber State offense. But you can't say enough, Cheyenne, about the way she performed tonight after going 2 innings of work last night against a premier opponent in the Utah Utes. Comes right back today. A quick turnaround for the Lopes, especially for Ryan Denhart, and she was just mowing them down early on.
Absolutely, Jack. Her pitching was great, being able to give her team those 4 innings of zeros to allow her team to build up that lead. And then now we have Sydney Sahar coming in for the Lopes.
And Sydney Sahar got an inning of work in last night's game against the Utes, throwing a scoreless inning in the top half of that 5th inning before J.C. Heimbrick came in for 2 2/3 innings of work, pitched masterfully in her debut as a freshman, getting past the 6th and the 7th inning on a high-leverage game, the home opener against a very premier Pac-12 opponent in the Utes. Things blew up, obviously, in the top half of the 8th inning. Haley Denning departing J.C. Hambrick with a 3-run triple. That would put Utah up 5-1 at the time, and then the Lopes, of course, would come away with 4 runs of their own, leaving runners on the corners with 2 outs in a 6-5 ball game as Sydney Sandez re-entered that game after pitching 7 masterful innings, only allowing 1 run. First pitch in there for a strike, and the count quickly 0-1 on Faith Ho. And again, Ho is the tying run at the plate. Ryan Denhart still looking for her first win of the season. Still in line for the first win. The Lopes are able to keep this lead intact. 0-1 pitch, chopped foul off the foot of Ho, and the count quickly 0-2. So Sydney Sahar, following in the footsteps of 23, coming right after these Weber State hitters and ahead in the count 0-2. And this is the right part of the order that you want up if you're the Wildcats down in this game late. As the 0-2 pitch, lofted foul and into the seats off the net. And we'll do it again at 0-2 as Ho looks to battle against Sahar. Sydney did pick up a strikeout, allowed 1 walk as well in that 5th inning last night. Only faced 3 batters. Foster looking to get a good lead off of first as that one misses outside. Dietrich keeping a close eye on her at the bag as the count moves to 1-2. Lexi Coons warming up in the bullpen for the Lopes. We saw her last night take over in the 8th inning, trying to limit the damage in that 5-run inning for the Utes. 1-2 pitch, ripped softly. And that's going to be an unassisted double play for Savannah Torville. Making it look easy is the Lopes Jr. as she one-hops that one, steps on the bag, and then tags Foster for the final out of the inning, but not before. Katie Whiting blasts one over the center field wall for Weber State's first run of the season. Let's go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's Weber State 1, GCU 3. You're watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
We can stand together by standing far apart.
Stay 6 feet apart from other people.
Wear your mask when you go out.
Wash your hands often.
If you feel sick, stay home.
Be respectful of others.
The choices you make are critical.
By protecting yourself, it helps protect all of us.
Your actions can save lives.
What we do now will shape our future.
Stay safe.
Bottom half of the 5th inning between the Lopes and the Wildcats. Amanda Sink's afternoon is finished. 4 innings of work, allows 3 runs on 6 hits as the Lopes get to her in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
And get the best gear to show off your Lopes pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GameDay20 today to get 20% off just for being a GCU TV viewer. Log on to get your gear today. You know, Jack, what you can buy from Phillip shop with that 20% off.
You know, the only thing you buy is coffee, and we have a doubleheader today, so I see you've stacked up. You have at least 2 coffees from GCBC today.
Yep, and we have
That's
a
your
30
thing.
minute. Yeah, we have a 30-minute break in between. There might be another one.
There's a lot of softball left to be played here on this Friday afternoon. Lopes looking to add to their lead, looking to get that run back after Katie Whiting, of course, took Ryan Denhart deep for her first home run of the 2021 season. It's Kate Donaldson out there on the circle now. The Dana Point, California native looking for an easy 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th as she deals with the heart of the Lopes order, Bishop, Fifield, and Dietrich. Donaldson pitching in 1 inning of work, allowing 5 earned runs against the Ducks this morning in that 9-0 loss. There's a 2-0 pitch. Misses low, and just like that, Lily Bishop in the driver's seat. Up in the count 3-0. Lopes only up by 2 in this game, still looking for their first one of the year. Don't expect Lily Bishop to get the green light here with nobody on. Lopes looking for a base runner with Fifield on deck. And she'll reach on a 4-pitch walk. That 3-0 pitch not even close from Donaldson. And that'll bring up Kristen Fifield looking for her first hit of the afternoon. Was able to work a 4-pitch walk in her last at-bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Before Kaylee Dietrich was able to drive one in the right center field gap, 1 hop off the wall, allowing Fifield to score all the way from first base. And now Ho talking things over with her right-hander Donaldson. Like I mentioned, 5 earned runs in that inning of work today against the Oregon Ducks in that loss. Looking to calm her down after that leadoff 4-pitch walk. Casey Browerman going to talk things over with the home plate umpire Perry Owens again. It looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for Lily Bishop.
Pinch runner for GCU. Now at first base number 10, Araceli Pescaria.
It looks like it's going to be Chelsea Pescaria for the Lopes as Kristen Fifield takes over. Pitch almost on the outside corner, misses as she doesn't get the call from Perry Owens. First 5 pitches are balls here in the bottom half of the 5th inning from Donaldson. Pitch misses low. Count now moves to 2-0. And the Lopes again being very disciplined at the plate as we'll get another meeting on the mound between Ho and Donaldson. Looking to find the strike zone late after her team finally comes away with their first run in the top half of the 5th inning. Again, still very much in this ball game. Pitch ripped in the air left field, right on the line. Right there is Foster for out number 1. Retreating back to first base is Pescara. And with 1 away and a runner on first base, that will bring up Kaylee Dietrich, who was able to drive in that second run for the Lopes in the 3rd inning.
The catcher, Kaylee Dietrich.
Right down Broadway for a strike, and the count quickly 0-1. Now with 51 lifetime hits after picking up a hit last night and 1 so far here this afternoon. Picked up her first RBI in that at-bat in the 3rd inning. Lopes looking to score for the 4th consecutive inning. Like we mentioned, 1 run in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. As that one's into the gap, right center field. Going to roll all the way to the wall. We'll see if Fifield can score from first base. Pescaria pinch running, slides in ahead of the tag, and the Lopes take a 4-1 advantage, and that they get that run right back. Another RBI for Kaylee Dietrich, as she's able to find second base in this one for an RBI double. A long RBI single in the third, is able to rope that one in the gap and get to second base for an RBI double here in the fifth. As we take another look, again, goes with the inside-out swing on the inner part of the plate. Able to drive it the other way in the right center field gap, is Rushton unable to cut that one off in time as it rolls all the way to the wall. Daisy Taloa will now look to drive in her first run as a freshman. 1 for 2 in this game. Struck out in her last at-bat. Was able to lay down a bunt single on a 3-1 pitch back in the second inning. That got things going for the Lopes. Came around to score the first run of the afternoon. Dietrich looking to get a good jump off of second base. Donaldson delivers the first pitch. Low and away, count 1-0. Ripped up the middle, past McCuistion, and into right center field for a base hit. Coming around to score is Dietrich. Another run for the Lopes, an RBI single for Daisy Taloa, her first RBI as a Lope. And the Lopes now in control in this one offensively. They lead it 5-1. As we take another look, Dietrich getting a good jump off the bag at second base. Similar pitch to what we saw from Donaldson to Dietrich on the inner part of the plate, driving that one into right center field. Once again was Taloa for her second hit, now 2 for 3, and that'll do it for Donaldson, who got roughed up earlier on today against the Oregon Ducks, getting roughed up in this fifth inning. Only getting 1 out in an inning and a third of an inning of work, allowing 2 runs on 2 hits. So we said the Lopes offense had to break out in this one, Cheyenne, after again just mustering 1 unearned run in the first 7 innings of last night's game. They break out, were able to chip away, take advantage of some miscues last night from the Utes in that 8th inning to score 4 runs. But today, they have consistently put runs on the board. Again, a run in each of the last 3 innings, 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. The Lopes being able to get off and work that pitch count early on in the game has really helped them get in the motion, swinging their bats hot, and just taking it one step at a time and being able to bring their runners back in and not leaving as many on base as they did last night.
Capitalizing on those opportunities, like you said, Cheyenne. Jaden Reed, of course, with a double back in the first, the only runner left stranded for the Lopes without scoring a run, as they have scored in each of the last 4 innings. So Kate Donaldson in relief of Amanda Sink. Unable to get the job done. Brooke Hatfield will come on now in her first appearance for the Wildcats here in 2021. The freshman from Upland, California, will look to limit the damage, trying to stop the bleeding. As again, a 5-1 game, 4-run ball game. Still an opportunity if Weber State's offense can come alive here in the next 2 innings. Hatfield was a 4-year varsity starter in high school, looking to bring the same mentality here at the collegiate level as she paints the outside corner again. Count quickly 0-1. Savannah Torville finding the gap in her last at-bat for a single. Pitch way outside to even up the count. Add a ball and a strike. Pitch ripped in the hole and into left field off the glove of Emily Rule for a base hit. Torville now 2 for 3 after that single back in the second. And the Lopes still in business. Runners on first and second, still only 1 out after scoring 2 runs, taking a 4-run advantage. And Hatfield going to have to work herself out of this one with Aguilar digging in. Take another look there, just off the glove of Rule as it trickles into left field with Foster throwing it into the cutoff man. on the outside corner. Count quickly 0-1. After picking up her first collegiate hit last night, Angeli looking for her first base hit of today. Pitch misses outside to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Flew out softly to left field back in the second, grounded out sharply to third. That was in the fourth. It's Talua on second, Torville on first. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Lopes looking to pull away late. That one's ripped down the left field line. It's going to fall in for a base hit and roll all the way to the wall. Scoring from second is Talua. Coming around the bag, looking to score all the way from first is Torville, and she will go into third. And sliding in ahead of the tag is Aguilar for a 2-out, 2-run extra base hit, and the Lopes are pouring it on now. They lead it by 6. It's 7-1. So Angeli Aguilar looking for her first base hit of the day. Finds it in a big way with runners on first and second. Let's take another look. Ahead of that inside pitch from Hatfield, getting past the outstretched glove of Foster, rolling all the way to the wall. And a nice job by Savannah Torville, scoring all the way from first base. And nice heads-up base running by Ange as well, able to get all the way to third. So with 1 out and a runner on third, Lopes looking for another run, and it looks like they're not going to get it there as that one's grounded softly to third base. Thrown across the diamond is ruled to nab Jordan Pearson. So Aguilar will stay at third base now with 2 away. And that'll bring up Gianna Nicoletti. So the Lopes putting up a crooked number here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, blowing things open. 4 runs on 4 hits to this point. Gianna Nicoletti looking to add to the total. First pitch just misses outside in the count 1-0. Pitch misses outside, count quickly 2-0. Weber State's relievers, both Donaldson and Hatfield, having a tough time getting ahead of these Lopes hitters here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, and it's resulted in that crooked number for the Lopes offensively. 2-0 pitch, loft in the air, shallow left field, and it's going to fall in and allow another run to score. Foster unable to haul that one in, goes in and out of her glove. Nicoletti reaches, and it's 8-1 Lopes. As we take another look here, juggled with it for a second and unable to haul it in as it finds some grass in the left field. And Ho will come out and talk things over with her freshman right fielder in Hatfield, just trying to salvage the final out in a nightmare bottom half of the fifth inning. Again, they got roughed up big time 9-0 against Oregon earlier on today. Only utilizing 2 pitchers from her pitching staff. They've utilized 3 thus far today, 2 in this inning. After 4 somewhat strong innings from Amanda Sink. Byzantine going to pinch hit for the Lopes here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. This will be her first at-bat of 2021. Makes the first pitch strike on the inner part of the plate. The 0-1 pitch misses low. Count moves to 1-1. Nicoletti credited with a hit there. She now has 2 on the day. 2 for 4 after going 0 for 2 in her first 2 at-bats. Again, 3 for 4 in last night's game. Now has herself 5 hits in the first 2 outings of this 2021 season. 1-1 pitch. Misses low and in. Count moves to 2-1 on Vicentine. Adrian, the junior, saw action in 6 games last season, only started 1. Is that one? Ripped up the middle. Going to find the glove perfectly. Perfect timing there. If you're Faith Ho at shortstop, as that one goes off the glove of McHouston, right in to the hands of Ho for the final out as they get the force out, but not before the Lopes open up the floodgates. 5 runs on 5 hits. They leave 1 runner on. Let's go to the 6th. It's 8-1 Lopes here on GCU TV.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Top half of the 6th inning, an 8-1 lead for the Lopes. 5 runs on 5 hits. In the bottom half of the 5th, Sydney Sahar back out on the circle for the Lopes. She'll do battle with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup for Weber State. She's trying to get anything going at this point. Again, only down by 2 runs heading in to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Lopes able to add 5 insurance runs. That one gets away from Pearson and into right field. That one will go down as an E4 and a quick no-out base runner for Weber State as Rushton is aboard, and that'll bring up McHouston. We mentioned in this one so far, McHouston having a tough time at second base defensively. 0 for 2 in the 3-hole today thus far. Went 1 for 3 against the Ducks. 1 of 2 hits in that game against Oregon. Let's take another look there. That one just eating up Jordan Pearson at second base. First pitch on the outside corner. Count quickly 0-1. McHouston flew out to right in the first. Popped up softly to short back in the 4th. Lopes again is trying to wrap this one up by 7. As they got another date later on this afternoon against the Montana Grizzlies. Pitch misses up and away. Count moves to 2-1. Sydney Sahar just looking to pound the strike zone here in the top half of the 6th inning. And it is the heart of the order for Weber State as they desperately look to get something going, as that one is flared in the air. Fairly deep center field. Right there is Fifield. She'll haul it in. Throw it into second base, and there is one away with a runner on first, and that'll bring up Visser, who is also 0 for 2 in this game as the senior first baseman. He's currently 0 for 5 on the day. Take another look. Fifield underneath it. Able to crow hop it in to Jordan Pearson for out number 1. Ashlyn wrapping things up in her senior season for Weber State. Lifetime 300 hitter in each of her first 3 seasons. Lofts that one in the air. It looks like it'll be playable for Bishop in foul ground, or Torville, excuse me, over there at the bag at first base. And there are 2 away here as, again, Sahar looking to get out of this 6th inning without any problems. And it looks like Visser again just getting underneath that one. An easy play for Savannah Torville. Again in foul territory right next to Rushton over there at the bag at first base. As Mia Rushton looking to get into scoring position after getting on the leadoff E4. Grounding one sharply on the ground to second base. As that one misses up, count moves to 1-0. 1 for 2, doubled in her last at-bat. Skies that one in the air. Center field. 5 field has it. Can of corn for the Lopes center fielder. And that'll do it. An easy-going top half of the 6th inning for Sydney Sahar. She now has 2 innings of work under her belt as we'll move to the bottom half of the 6th. It's an 8-1 lead for the Lopes. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Let's move to the bottom half of the 6th inning where the Lopes have themselves an 8-1 advantage over the Weber State Wildcats in this first game of the GCU kickoff tournament. The Lopes looking to even up their overall record after an opening night loss last night, 6-5 in 8 innings. As Hatfield will be back out for her first full inning of work after getting the final 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th. She'll do battle with the heart of the Lopes order. 3, 4, 5. As it looks like Caitlin Lavis will pinch hit in her first official plate appearance for the Lopes. So it'll be Lavis, Fifield, and Dietrich doing battle against Hatfield here in the 6th. As Coach Browerman utilizing her bench. Some of her role players in this game up by 7. Trying to get some looks here offensively from her roster. As the first pitch from Hatfield. Just off the corner and away. Count quickly 1-0 on Lavis. Freshman out of Peoria, Arizona. Received the 2018 Hot Bat Award and 2019 Gold Glove Award in high school as she chops that one on the ground to third. Thrown across the diamond for out number 1 is Rule. And there's quickly 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And if you're Hatfield at this point with your team down by 7, you're just trying to, again, pound the strike zone and hopefully get the Lopes to put the ball in play for your defenders as you take another look there. Squibbed on the ground to third base. Rule able to throw across the diamond for the 5-3 putout. And now Kristen Fifield will look to pick up her first hit of the afternoon. The El Paso native is 0 for 2. Came around to score after getting on a 4-pitch walk back in the 3rd. Remember, she came around to score all the way from first on the RBI single from Kaylee Dietrich. That put the Lopes up 2-0 at the time back in the 3rd. As the 0-1 pitch. Taking a little something off that one was Hatfield as that one drops in for a strike, and the count quickly 0-2 on Kristen. And most of the damage coming from the 5 through 9 hitters for the Lopes in this one, with each of them collecting at least 1 hit. As that pitch misses out, count moves to 1-2. Kaylee Dietrich waiting on deck. She's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs to this point. Remember, an RBI single back in the 3rd, an RBI double back in the 5th. Really got things going for the Lopes in that 5th inning, putting up that 5 spot. 1-2 pitch. Chopped softly on the right side and foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Daisy Taloa in her starting debut. Remember, she picked up that single in the 8th inning, pinch hitting last night. Went 2 for 3 today with an RBI single in her last at-bat. Savannah Torville also breaking through. After going hitless last night, she's 2 for 3 so far here today. Angelia Aguilar adding to her impressive resume early on this season as well, picking up a base hit and an RBI in her last at-bat. Chop to first, going to be a tough play as it's booted by Visser, and it's going to be an infield hit for Kristen Fifield. So she's on first with one away, and that'll bring up Kaylee Dietrich. Like we mentioned, 2 for 3 already in this game, looking to add to her total. Just did not get a good hop there at the last moment, did Ashlyn Visser. Able to keep it in front, but bounced far too away from her to make that play at first base. So Kaylee Dietrich already with a single and a double in this one. We'll see. She's able to add to the Lopes total here in the 6th. Lays off that pitch on the inside part of the plate. Count quickly 1-0. Sydney Sahar, 2 scoreless innings to this point after relieving Ryan Denhart, who went 4 1/3 innings of work, only allowing 1 run on 3 hits. Pitch lofted in the air, left side. That one's going to get out of play, with Rule running it down on the third base side. So the count now levels at 1-1. So Sydney Sahar's official line to this point, an inning and 2/3, not allowing a run to this point. We'll see if she comes back out for the top half of the 7th inning. If Weber State can get there. 1-1 pitch. Drops in there on the inside part of the plate for a called strike, and the count now moves to 1-2 on the Lopes backstop. Trying to produce the same offensive outbreak in game number 2 against Montana here in a few moments. That one chopped to first. Nice play made there by Visser, able to keep that one in front, not allowing it to go down the right field line. Could have spelled trouble in this inning for Weber State, allowing Fifield to move to at least third base on that play. As she picks up the out at first, allowing Fifield to move into scoring position. Take another look. Very impressive play, keeping that one in front. Goes with the shore out at first base, keeping an eye on Fifield on second. And that'll bring up Daisy Taloa. A freshman, like we mentioned, 2 for 3 already in this one. Laid down the bunt single, right back to Amanda Sink in the 2nd inning. Scored the Lopes' first run in that 2nd inning. As that pitch misses outside, count 1-0. Struck out swinging in the 3rd against Sink. And then picked up an RBI single into right center field in her last at-bat in the 5th. That at the time gave the Lopes a 5-1 lead. In the driver's seat early with the count 2 balls and no strikes. Looking for a pitch to drive here with 2 outs. Misses outside, and the count now 3 balls and no strikes. Again, first base is open with Torville waiting on deck. So nothing to lose here if you're Hatfield out there on the circle. You don't want to give in to the bottom third of this order that has proved to be very efficient in this one for the Lopes. As that pitch misses in, a 4-pitch walk to Daisy Taloa. She's on for the 3rd time this afternoon. And Savannah Torville will now dig in, looking to pad her stats once again, with the Lopes up by 7.
The first baseman, Savannah Torville.
Chopped on the left side now to play. Count quickly 0-1. Savannah trying to get ahead of that inside pitch from Hatfield. And if you look at the hitting summaries for both teams, Cheyenne, it's not even close, with obviously Weber State not coming through on their potential opportunities. Just 3 for 21 overall, with the Lopes picking up 11 hits in their 30 at-bats, resulting in a .367 average for the day. So that one misses low and away. Count levels at 1-1, and Weber State with just 143 average. Lopes pitching only picking up 2 strikeouts in the process, so Weber State's done a nice job putting the ball in play. So 1-1 pitch, misses low. Count moves to 2-1 on Torville. The one thing Ryan Denhart did very well was getting ahead of these Weber State hitters fast and often, resulting in only allowing that 1 run. A long home run off the bat of Whiting. That was back in the 5th. 2-1 pitch, ripped in the air, deep left field, but is going to hook foul as Savannah Torville just a hair too early on that one, hooking it down the line. So the runners will retreat back to first and second. And it's Fifield on second, Taloa on first. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 8-1 lead for the Lopes, looking to pick up win number 1 in this new season. 2-2 pitch. Laced into right field and foul, as we'll do it again at 2-2. 6-pitch battle between Hatfield and Torville. Wildcats just trying to savor some of their arms in this one. Again, only utilizing 4 pitchers on their staff to this point as that pitch misses low. As Fifield and Taloa will both look to get good jumps here after this 3-2 payoff pitch with 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Misses low. Torville is on for the 3rd time in this one, and all ducks on the pond now for the Lopes. Looking to put the nail in the coffin, as that'll bring up Angeli Aguilar. Already 1 for 3 in this one. Picking up a 2-run double in her last at-bat. Has hit the ball hard on several occasions in each of the first 2 outings. Fifield on third, Talua on second, Torville on first. First pitch to Aguilar misses low and inside, count 1-0. Nowhere to put Ange here, as Ho will once again have a conference on the circle with Hatfield. Again, the freshman's first appearance here with Weber State this season.
Yeah, Jack, if you're Hatfield, you have to be careful here, as you mentioned. Bases loaded for the Lopes, so nowhere to put Ange. So we have to be really careful. They have to be really careful when it comes to making sure that they either get her out or she gets a base hit here.
Hatfield earning all conference and all region honors during her freshman, sophomore, and junior years in high school. Trying to navigate her way out of this inning, misses low, and to your credit, Cheyenne, again, a 2-0 count now, nowhere to put Angeli Aguilar, who's looking for her signature moment early on in this season for the Lopes in this kickoff tournament. 2-0 pitch. Clips the inside corner, and the count moves to 2-1. Nice job by Hatfield. Didn't want to give in to Aguilar there with the bases loaded. Finds the corner. Two-one offering. Sliced down the right field line and out of play. And the count moves to 2-2. So Hatfield doing a nice job battling back in this count. Weber State just trying to get to the top half of the 7th inning. The Lopes, again, looking to put the nail in the coffin right here with Aguilar at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Chop to second. Should be an easy play for Harmon at the back. She makes the 4-3 putout, and that'll do it as the Lopes leave the bases loaded here in the 6th. No runs on no hits. They leave the bases loaded stranded. Let's go to the top half of the 7th inning. Lopes looking for their first win of the season here on GCU TV.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts. That doesn't mean you can't. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Sanderson Ford is taking their President's Day sale over the edge with a sign and ride $299 a month lease on a new Ford Edge. Save thousands on EcoSport, Ranger, and Explorer. New Escapes under 21 grand, and new F-150 Super Crew trucks for only $35,900. Don't miss the President's Day sale event at Arizona's largest Ford dealership and your Bronco headquarters, Sanderson Ford.
Lopes looking to wrap up win number 1 here in 2021 with Sydney Sahar back out on the bump looking for the final 3 outs. With their team up by 7, it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Weber State. Of course, looking back at this one, Ryan Denhart with 4 innings of work, 4 1/3 innings. 1 run on 3 hits. The big blow off the bat of Caitlin Whining. Her first home run of the season. The sophomore picking up her first hit overall this season as well. Emily Rule still looking for her first hit. She's 0 for 2 in this one. Pitch misses outside. Count quickly. 1-0. The big story in this game, besides Ryan Denhart's 4 1/3 innings of work, is obviously the 5-run 5th inning. 5 runs on 5 hits. Kaylee Dietrich has herself 2 RBIs. Aguilar with 2 RBIs on 1 hit with a 2-run double to give the Lopes a 7-1 lead at that time, tacking on 1 more run. Daisy Taloa picking up 2 hits and an RBI in her first collegiate start with the Lopes. Pitch misses outside. Count now moves to 2-1 on Rule. And if last night proved anything, is that it ain't over until it's over. And the Lopes up by 7. But Weber State with one last opportunity to slowly chip away, trying to get some runners on base in this game. As that pitch drops in there for a strike, they'll level up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. After last night's 8th inning, looked not good for the Lopes, but they came back and brought it in real close, only ending up losing by 1 run. So anything is possible.
2-2 pitch. Loft in the air, foul, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, the Lopes looking dead to rights in that 8th inning. Haley Denning with the big 3-run triple, giving Utah the 6-1 advantage heading into the bottom half of that extra inning. And the Lopes just finding a way to chip away without any real big hits. Able to work, a couple of walks, couple of errors, driving in some runs on some fielders' choices, sacrificing some outs in order to get a couple runs across. And it came down, obviously, with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Slow roller back to Sydney Sandez for the final out and a Utah victory. Different story today, as that one's lofted in the air, shallow center field. Coming on his 5 field, she'll play it on a hop. Leadoff single for Rule, and Weber State has themselves a base runner as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. Of course, it is a star-studded event here in these next few weeks. And again, immediately following this one, the Montana Grizzlies will take the field with the GCU Lopes for the second game of this doubleheader. And of course, tomorrow, Montana right back at it, Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. And of course, the Oregon Ducks, number 10 team in the nation, going to be a very tough challenge for the Lopes before they take on Weber State Sunday. That'll take place at 11 a.m. Mountain State time. Of course, a lot of things happening on campus. 8 different sports going on at once at the moment, with all fall sports being canceled due to the pandemic back in the fall semester. GCU women's soccer giving the Arizona State Sun Devils a run for their money here last night at GCU Soccer Stadium. Squaring to bunt is Whiting, pulls back, count quickly 0-1. Lopes fell 3-2 in overtime against the Sun Devils. Connecting for 2 of their overall 4 total shots taken against their defense last night. Of course, baseball starting up next weekend here against the University of Missouri. That one popped in the air. Should be an easy play. Coming in on it is Talo after taking a few steps back. Able to put it away for out number 1. And the Lopes are 2 outs away from their first win of the season. You take a look here. First 2 steps back for Talo, and that's what they teach you in practice. Able to come in on it. To put it away for the first out as it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter for Weber State. Mariah Ramirez, like we said, on the bump in that game against Oregon earlier on today. Only giving up 1 earned run, 5 runs total. Making her first appearance as a pinch hitter in the top half of the 7th inning, trying to once again just add another base runner for Weber State, down by 7. All they can do at this point is chip away and hopefully at some point in this inning get the tying run to the plate. If they're fortunate enough, as that one is fouled straight back in on the hands of Ramirez. And the count quickly 0-1.
Jack, you mentioned all of the games that we have going on here on the campus of GCU. We also have basketball happening next week. The men will take on Cal Baptist at home, and then the women will take on the undefeated women's team for Cal Baptist away on the road. Men still number 1 in the WAC, and women looking to keep climbing. And then, of course, volleyball going on as well.
Definitely a very impressive season for both men's and women's basketball here on campus. The new eras under Bryce Drew for the men's, Molly Miller for the women's team. The 0-2 pitch misses up. Dietrich keeping a close eye on the pinch runner Donahue at first base. Zahar now in 2 total innings of work has only allowed just that 1 hit to start this top half of the 7th inning. That one blooped on 1 hop. 6-3 putout made by Aguilar, and there are 2 away as Weber State are down to their final out here on this Friday afternoon. So Sahar doing a nice job getting in on the hands of Ramirez there, getting her to pop one up on 1 hop to Angeli Aguilar, coming in on it. Easy play, easy throw across the diamond. And that'll bring up Foster, 0 for 2 in this one, still looking for her first hit of the season. 0 for 5 on the day, if you count the 9-0 loss against Oregon earlier on today. First pitch misses outside, count quickly 1-0. Weber State now hitting 167 as a unit in this game against the Lopes pitching staff. And the Lopes will have plenty of pitching to work with against the Grizzlies in a matter of moments as that one's ripped down the right field line. Fair ball as Weber State's going to tack on at least 1 run here in the 7th inning. Moving to second with the RBI double is Foster. Her first hit, her first RBI, and it's an 8-2 game. So Weber State not going down quietly here in the top half of the 7th inning with a run on 2 hits. So we take another look. Inside pitch. Able to cheat on that one a little bit, get ahead of it, and able to slice it down the right field line. And that'll bring up the top of the order for the Wildcats. Again, just trying to keep the baton rolling here. Ho trying to pass the baton to Rushton. Trying to get things to the heart of the order for Weber State. Down by 6. Ho 1 for 2 in this game. Double back in the 3rd inning. 3 extra base hits against Ryan Denhart in this one, as that pitch misses outside. Count quickly 1-0. Foster leads off second pitch misses up as the count now moves to 2-0. So Sahar falling behind quickly on Ho. Faith Ho has made a couple of great plays defensively in the hole at shortstop this afternoon. Really nothing to show for it with her team down by 6. She's made a couple of plays look a lot easier than they look. As that pitch drops in there for a strike. And as I was saying, the Lopes will have plenty of pitching to work with in the second game here against the Montana Grizzlies in a matter of moments, only utilizing Ryan Denhart for 4 innings and Sydney Sahar for 3 innings so far here this afternoon. 2-1 pitch. Clips the inside corner, and Weber State is down to their final strike. Ryan Denhart doing an excellent job cruising along in this one, letting her offense pick up the scraps against Amanda Sink. Chipping away for 3 runs in the first 4 innings before exploding in the 5th, resulting in this 8-run outburst. 2-2 pitch, cut on and miss, signed, sealed, and delivered. The Lopes pick up their first win of the 2021 season. Ryan Denhart picks up the win on the circle for the Lopes. The offense explodes after a very stalemated game last night. And there's not much you can say about this offense, Cheyenne. 11 for 31, resulting in a .355 average on the day as they look to keep that momentum rolling into this next game against Montana.
Absolutely, Jack. That bottom of the 5th inning, giving them 5 runs, adding to their already 3 runs that they had. Just a great outing by the offense. And then, of course, the pitching from Denhart and Sahar.
And the Lopes, of course, will be right back at it in just a matter of moments, so stay tuned for that game. It's the Lopes and the Montana Grizzlies right here on GCU TV. Thanks for tuning in. GCU 8, Weber State 2, and we'll be right back here on GCU TV with more softball action between the Lopes and the Grizzlies. Stay tuned.